Life is full of challenges and changes. Each change brings with it a period of transition to give time for the change to take effect. South Africa has undergone revolutionary changes in the past few years.
The country of South Africa is in transition. We tend to think that because elections have taken place, apartheid is done away with, we're in a new South Africa, the transition is over. But it's not. It still is a racially divided country. And changes are very slow in coming. And so the church itself is in that same kind of transition. In heart and in relationship and in working together, they're still separate churches. And they are moving towards oneness and unity. That involves a lot to do with leadership. And so the role of the missionary and the mission is changing too, and is in that same kind of transition. Came here to Swaziland in January of 1982. One of the promises that Brenda and I have taken is the scripture where it talks about where he will give us fruit that remains. When we first came here, there were 4 students, just several buildings, very elementary program going on. And over the years, the college has developed into a full-scale program with this year 20 to 30 students.
Our time in Swaziland is very meaningful to me as far as ministry. I really enjoy working with the ladies there, and we've bonded together, and we've really dealt with some issues of the family life, and we've become quite bonded together, and I've been doing some mentoring there, and it's just been very rewarding to see now that we've come away from Swaziland that some of the fruit of what we've done is still carrying on. And that has meant an awful lot to me as we even returned to Swaziland in the past 3 weeks. It was just really rewarding to see some of the things that we have begun are still carrying on. I can't describe, we have a very close relationship. We're very close friends, and I really miss them in this place. And whenever we're together, we just really share a lot together on a personal basis as well as a ministry basis. We have the same burdens and visions, and I really still feel that team spirit with them. They're really sisters in Christ to me. I feel closer to them than about anybody in the world. I just really love those people.
Probably the closest relationships we developed over the years have been with teachers and people who have worked here on the staff of the Bible College, men like Israel Longa, couples like Ron and Jabu and Kosi. So at this point, some of the dearest friends we have in the world.
I also want to thank the Lord for the progress, educational progress in the college. We have the 2 ladies who are full-time with us, Esther and Dorcas, and Bob Bagley. We are so thankful that the Lord has made it possible for a man like him to be available to help us. We are still developing our college programs here, and we need a person who knows how to help us. And Bob Bagley and the ladies are helping a great deal.
Change and transition are also part of the missionary experience.
I can't say that I was really excited about moving. Our hearts, after so many years, had been given to this place and to this ministry. And so moving from here to more of an administrative role for the mission and for the church was difficult for us.
It was right here at the gate of Emmanuel Wesleyan Bible College in December 1996 that Bagley's van was stolen at gunpoint. And our lives have changed from that moment on. It left us in crisis. It was a trauma to all of us, really, but more especially to the Bagleys. And it was necessary for their well-being to relocate them. So they were relocated to South Africa. That left us with a severe staff shortage, and it was just weeks before the opening of our new college year. I didn't hear rooster songs. I had a chance really to find out what does happen when the rooster doesn't crow. As sure as the dawn breaks, every morning, school opened. Students were here, and teachers were in place to teach.
I guess probably one of the things I miss the most about being in the daily college setting anymore is the relationships and the opportunities to work side by side both with students and staff members. We were involved in ministry together. That's how those churches were planted that have been planted by the Bible College. And I miss those weekend and very frequent contact and working together with students in that kind of context and setting. The kind of ministry we're in now doesn't have that daily working with people so much. Miss it. We have moved from the position of leadership in the college to a role that is trying to help Southern African leaders become leaders. And so I'm excited about the future of the church. Should we get through the transition stage. So as we look to our role in the future, not only ours personally, but the entire mission family, it is increasingly becoming one of servanthood, encouraging and facilitating, but deliberately holding back from imposing leadership and vision. My main focus of ministry and energy now is on area of leadership development and encouraging those institutions, but also encouraging the development of leaders who are on the path. A new sense of enthusiasm throughout the church that hasn't been there for a long time. The church beginning to take some initiative where it used to wait for missionaries to do things. All of those things add together for some exciting things, and we're excited about being part of that.
Okay, eu comecei a trabalhar quando fui chamado por Jesus no Evangelho.
I started preaching when God called me in 1994. 2 years later, I felt that I wasn't perhaps secure. There is no sound driver that could keep on driving when he doesn't have a driver's license. So the Lord, in my prayer, revealed that the driver's license is at the Bible College.
Change not only affects our lives, but the ripple effects touch the lives of others.
At first, it took time to find my place, and that was very difficult because I enjoy having a ministry outside of my home. So I think most of my time is involved with my homeschooling with my children.
Well, in South Africa, I've found more of a home, mainly because I've been more involved in the church with the youth. The one person that I know so far that has come into the group and has been saved was saved when we took him down to the youth camp, the Transnatal youth camp, and he's brought his brother, and his brother has also been saved since then. And they are now regular attenders of our Brackban youth cell.
Well, it's fun to be in another country. It's fun to be a missionary kid. And I enjoy going to youth meetings.
When we go to the clubhouse, I usually go there and I have lots of friends there and I also have friends here.
I might just share one thing that was very exciting to me the beginning of this year was the coming together of the staff of EWBC from Swaziland and the staff of our West College here. And they met here at West for the first time in the history of the work. And the blacks and the whites were working together in this area of theological education, and it was a really great thrill.
And so a lot of our emphasis is on mentoring and trying to encourage the new generation to establish a church with vision and with excitement for the future.